Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. You're welcome to this other edition of your program, The Woman's World. As always, I'm your host, humbled host, who would be there every time that we're meeting to talk about things that matter not only to you, to me, but to the society. It's a campaign, don't forget. We're trying to change our community to make it a better one. And so on The Woman's World today, Raoula Abia and her panel will be talking about marriage. Remember, we just left a few months back, and people have been on the door, knock doors. You have cogs, they want to get married. They have, things like that. People who are busy meeting up, trying to make sure that they hook themselves up for marriage and all that. But today we're going to find out if all women or all men were meant to be in a couple or in a relationship. We're going to find out about that because I have a panel of two beautiful women, wonderful persons, and their heart is so big, full of love, and it's going to be shared here on this panel today. I'm talking about the lady who's on my left now. She's no other but Marie Abanga. She's a mother, an author, and an advocate, a lawyer. Please, let me use the right term. I want to say good morning to you.
Good morning, Rahel. It's my pleasure each time I'm invited to a panel to share whatever insight I have on the topic at hand.
Yeah, so we're very grateful you're here now. And I want to say thank you, Baraka, for saying yes to be on this panel here today. Good morning.
Hi, Rahel. Good morning to you. Good morning to all the team and to all the viewers.
Yeah.
Happy to be here. Thanks for having me.
You're welcome. Thank you. We're talking about marriage. And maybe we'll start by defining marriage. Many a times we talk about marriage, people don't really know the meaning. So let's get to find out from you maybe. What is marriage about?
To me, I mean, it's just simply a union of two people, a man and a woman. I insist. Well, it has to be formal and legal. People just meant to be together forever. I insist on that.
Forever.
From a Christian perspective, yes.
But sometimes it's not all the time that it's forever.
But it is meant to be so.
Forever. Very important. But then, when we talk about being united legally, is it a must that two people must legalize their union?
Yeah, it's not recognized if it's not legalized.
True.
So if you want it to be recognized, then you have to go get it legalized, yeah.
Okay. So that document they sign is quite important. But many a times they say after 6 months, people are okay. After 6 months, the law considers them to be married.
After 6 months of what?
Yes, of concubinage or can stay. Like
But they still have to go do it.
Okay.
It's not that the law considers them to be married. The law thinks that then they are living in an illegal union which has to be legalized.
Okay.
And the law encourages them actually. That's why you see these mass ceremonies, mass marriages, right?
Yes.
It's important. If not, they would not have even bothered to have this.
But does that mass marriage really make an impact in the couple's life?
Well, if the couple go ahead to do it, it's because they also think that's important for their union.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if not, some people will not after 18 years still go and do that. But they know that it's important.
It means it has an impact in their union. Now, the point of getting married is the notion of every girl. It's every girl's dream. It's every girl's desire. And maybe some boys. Yeah. And in some culture, it's like a must.
Yeah.
Is it so? Is it supposed to be so?
Well, marriage is a very serious thing, and we need to go beyond the fantasy. Because it's one thing, you have a lot of people out there getting married just because, even as a young girl, we all had this dream, imagining ourselves in that beautiful gown, walking down the aisle, just looking like a superstar for one day, being admired by the whole crowd, by everybody. And so we have the image of that beautiful party, that great day when we'll be a superstar. Mm-hmm. But, we need to know that after that wedding, there will be a marriage to manage.
Yeah.
So let's make a difference between the wedding day and the marriage that is meant to take place. It's the whole life.
We need to understand that difference between the marriage, the wedding, and the marriage.
Yes, it's critical.
Yes, how
it is critical.
We go about the difference?
So we need to prepare for that day. We need to be ready to make that decision. It's quite serious.
Mm-hmm.
Have we taken time to know the person we are, getting married to? What is his vision? What is his past, his background? Is he from a broken home? If he is, then is he healed? Because the tendency for people who came from, from broken homes, divorced parents, for instance, I mean, they tend to replicate that example. Is he healed? Is he ready to go for a relationship that will last? Where is he taking you to? Is he God-fearing? I insist on that. Where is he going to? Are you ready to see him through? I mean, to be there with him, to accompany him? All of those questions. I mean, we need to ask ourselves, and we need to make sure the answers are yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
But many a times we ask all of those questions. Sometimes we have, is it true that we can come up with a very flamboyant conclusion about it? When we ask all those questions, we say, yes, we are ready for it. Is it true? Is it possible that way?
You know, Ryan, whenever I go on stage and I talk, I use my own life experience and I just want to keep it real. So I'll talk about myself. I just wanted to get married. When you get to that age when it's like that's what every other person is doing. And then also for some other reasons, I just wanted to leave my mom's house. I wanted to get married. So I just made up my mind to convince myself that the guy I had met at that particular time,
It's the best.
yes. So, it's easy at that time. You're almost kind of desperate. So
Yeah.
you convince yourself.
Okay, that's what is happening.
And
Or maybe, I don't know, is that what could be happening at the back of many minds?
I don't know,
few
but,
girls-
but when you see the same rate of breakups and
That's my
divorce and
point.
everything, you can only start to imagine that somewhere along the line the foundation wasn't
the
good.
basis
So-
was flawless.
Mhm.
Yeah, I agree.
So for you, what could be the
So-
best?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's true. We tend to be under pressure, when we get to a certain age, and we see our friends getting married, our cousins, our sisters, and we go, "Wow, it should be time for me too." But that's the beauty of Christian marriage. They will take time to advise you, like the church where I belong to.
Okay.
You will not come to the pastor and say, "Okay, I've met this guy, and we want to get married in March." It will never happen. He will take you through a very long process,
Okay.
yes, of counseling. And throughout that process, you will learn to know each other. You will learn to manage conflicts. You will learn to pray together. You will learn a lot about managing a home, managing a couple. And, by the time you walk down that aisle, you really know what you do.
You really know where you're
Yeah.
getting to.
So a lot of people along the way had to stop the counseling. I mean, a lot of relationships broke up during the counseling process.
Okay.
Because at some point in time, as they get to know themselves and to understand the depth, of what marriage really is, they just understand and realize that, wow, I think I went a little bit too fast.
Okay.
Yeah, they slow down.
Okay.
Sometimes, it took them another year or two. Some just broke up.
Okay. But during that time, do they kind of like stay in one place? Do they
It is
concubine,
it is
cohabit?
impossible. The church will not allow that.
Okay.
The church would not let you know each other before the wedding day. I mean, then it's up to the boy
Couple,
and girl
yes.
to see whether they want to meet themselves, meet
Somewhere.
away from the pastor's eyes and from everybody else's eyes, but
Yeah.
they are not allowed to.
Of course.
Yeah.
But is it not that you must stay with somebody to get to know the person?
I don't know. There's no fixed duration, and there's no fixed rule, or there's no fixed everything. But I really think that you just have to try to really be sure about what you're doing. And one of the ways you can know if you can work out is being with this person, being around him, or doing the same thing, going to church together, or whatsoever.
Of course.
But
Somewhere it just flies
right,
up like that.
there are different interpretations to staying with somebody or being with somebody before you guys get married. But it takes two.
To make
So
it work.
both the man and the woman.
I have this
But-
particular. Yes, you're going to say something.
Yeah, I just wanted to address it still from a Christian perspective.
Yeah.
I'm sure, as we pray about it, as we really get God involved, because I think marriage is really about, it's true, it's a two people's relationship, but to make sure it lasts,
Okay.
we need that third person. We need God in
Correct.
it. So I think the earlier we involve in the process, the better. He will give you peace about,
Of course. and
yes,
how to
when
go
you're
about
talking,
it.
when you are with the right person.
Yes.
and if you're really praying about it,
Mm-hmm.
He will talk to
But
you
I
somehow.
was worried about the fact that many a times, anyway, it's my observation, something I've observed that many a times people stay for long, they could go like 10, 15 years, and they don't have any worries. They have their normal couple quarrel, but they make up, they know how to solve it. But the day they decide to go public about it, like legalizing this thing, it starts giving them trouble. Do you believe so? No, truly. That's what I've observed. Many a times, some people just tell you in the neighborhood, I really don't want to sign this thing. I want to stay with this guy like that. We don't really bother about go signing it. And there are many couples internationally who are like stars, artists.
Yeah, Janet Jackson was with her boyfriend, one of them, for 12 years, and then when they got married, 8 months after, they
They
were.
separated. You
Yeah.
see, there are many people, there are many couples. I really don't have their names, but I know them anyway. They're actors who have been like 20, 25 years in a relationship, and they've never decided to go that we're going to sign up or we're going to make it legal in court and all that. But other couples have made it a big event, but it's a downfall instead. Is it not an irony? Yeah.
Well, the truth is, the base is wrong somewhere. I'm not sure. We're not meant to live together.
Forever.
Yeah, I know. Like before getting married, and then at some point just saying, okay, since we've been together,
Yeah.
let's just do it.
Okay.
Then the purpose for marriage at that point, is it really love? Is it really because we were meant to be together? Or is it because at some point we just feel, okay, look at all those people looking at us. Let's just do it just to be like others, to be a normal couple.
Okay.
I think the basis is wrong.
Right, let me
Right.
say something. You know,
Yeah.
when you go sign, that's a commitment you're making,
Of course.
and it's now official, and it brings in engagements which were not existing before you guys signed. For example, if
Yes.
you just live with a man and something happens to him, you have no nothing on your side, you know.
Yeah.
Neither the law recognizes you, you know, the man's family, frankly
Mhm.
speaking. So, you know, sometimes to put yourself on the safe side, or for the man to put his family on the safe side, you know, when those kind of ideas start crossing people's mind, that's when they go sign
Mhm.
sometimes. And then that's the wrong reason to do it. And then the pressure now, like probably all the misunderstandings actually gain proportion because you
Yes.
feel like you are stuck because you've signed and it's official now.
Of course, it's
You know,
stopping you. It's going to
so
stop you.
you can fight
from
much
going.
more than you would have fought before when you were just like, yeah.
All right. We'll be right back. Many a times, we just wake up one day and we're getting married, and we say, okay, with you have your husband. How do we choose the right partner? How do we know that? Maybe Mary should give me this. How would you know that this person you're going for is going to be? Is it because some people say that love at first sight? Do you think that we should believe in that? Love at first sight.
Huh.
Does it exist? Yeah,
I think
because
that the first spark usually leads to it's kind of more of infatuation than love,
yeah.
because that kind of love that has to last. Frankly speaking, Ryle, at my age, I usually say I've gone